Welcome back. In the last video, we covered advanced math operators. In this video, we're going to put all of our skills to the test by building a real program. An account registration checker. Every modern website and app, like Netflix or Instagram, needs a way to verify information when users sign up. We'll write a program that asks for registration details, cleans up the text, validates safety rules, and generates a simple confirmation PIN code. Let's open our editor and start coding. First, we will set up the basic rules for our system. The purpose of doing this is to keep our rules in one place so they are easy to change later if we want to. Write min age equals 18. Min password length equals 6. Print system ready. Next, let's ask the user to type in their information. We need their full name, a username, their age, and a password. Write full name equals input. Enter your full name. Username equals input. Create a username. Age input equals input. Enter your age. Password equals input. Create a password. Remember, the input function always gives us the information as a string of text. Before we check the age rule, we must convert the age text into a whole number. Write age equals int. Age input. Also, we want to clean up the username by converting it to lowercase and removing any accidental spaces the user might have typed at the beginning or end. The purpose of this is to make sure Alice and Alice are treated exactly the same. Write username clean equals username.lower.strip. Now, let's write our check rules. The purpose here is to make sure the user is old enough, has a username with at least 3 letters, has a password that meets our minimum length, and isn't using a weak word like password. We will combine all checks into one line using comparison operators and the AND operator. Write if length of username clean is greater than or equal to 3 and age is greater than or equal to min age and length of password is greater than or equal to min password length and password.lower is not equal to password. Notice how we chain all these checks together using the AND operator. This makes sure that if even one check fails, the whole condition is false and registration fails. Also, we use the exclamation equals symbol, which means not equal to make sure the user didn't pick the weak word password. For learning purposes, we'll generate a simple PIN based on the user's age. We'll multiply the age by 123 and find the remainder using modulo to create a PIN value within a 4-digit range. Write secure PIN equals open parenthesis age times 123 close parenthesis modulo 10 000. Using the modulo operator with 10,000 keeps only the last 4 digits of our multiplication, keeping the result within a 4-digit range. Also, make sure the lines under the if statement are indented by 4 spaces so Python knows they belong to the success path. Let's print a friendly welcome message and show the PIN using an F string. Write print F string. Welcome full name. Registration successful. Print F string. Username clean. Print. F string. Your verification PIN is secure PIN. What if they don't meet our rules? We must tell them that registration failed, right? Else. Print. Registration failed. One or more validation rules were not met. Run the program. Let's test it with correct details. Full name, Alice Smith. Username, Alice123. Age, 20. Password, my password. The output is: welcome, Alice Smith. Registration successful. Username, Alice123. Your verification PIN is 2460. Now let's run it with incorrect details. Username, Bo. Age, 16. Password, 123. The output is: registration failed. One or more validation rules were not met. Let's run the program a third time to isolate a single failure. Enter Bo. Age 20. And password, my password. The output is: registration failed. One or more validation rules were not met. Notice how each rule helps us make sure we only register valid accounts. By validating user data, we ensure our app behaves correctly and doesn't run into errors. Now, let's test your troubleshooting skills with 3 quick challenges. Look at this first code snippet, age val equals input. Enter age. If age val is greater than or equal to 18, print pass. If we run this, what will happen? Option A, it works perfectly. Option B, it crashes with an error. Pause the video if you need time to think. Ready? The answer is Option B, it crashes with an error. Because input always returns text, we cannot compare it to the number 18. We must first convert it to a number using the int function. Now for the second challenge, pwd equals password. If length of pwd is greater than or equal to 6 and pwd.lower is not equal to password, print aloud. Else, print weak. What is the output? Option A, allowed. Option B, weak. Take a moment to decide. Ready? The answer is Option B, weak. The length of password is 8, which is greater than or equal to 6. However, the lowercase version equals the word password, so the second check is false. Since one check is false, the code runs the else block and prints weak. Here is our final challenge, number equals 10. Result equals open parenthesis, number to the power of 2, close parenthesis, floor division 3. What value is stored in result? Option A, 33. Option B, 33.333. Pause the video and make your choice. Ready? The answer is Option A, 33. First, 10 to the power of 2 is 100. Then floor division divides 100 by 3 and rounds down to the nearest whole number, dropping the decimal part. Excellent job! You have just built your first complete program combining input, rules, and operators. In the next lesson, we'll dive into lists and explore how to store multiple items in a single variable. Let's keep going.